Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will talk about this K-drama called True Beauty. It came out in the year 2020 and the genre is rom-com and coming of age. So without wasting any further time, let's get into the first episode. In the opening scene, a mother is seen with a baby girl, which is a female lead named Jo-kyung. The baby is surrounded by her neighbors who ask the mother if the baby is her second child a boy, to which she replies no, the baby is a girl and not a boy. They look quite disappointed and call the baby ugly. In the next scene, the baby is grown up into a schoolgirl and her relatives comment on her looks. They advise the mother to get some surgery done on her face. The girl is now watching a fairy show like Frozen Princess in the television, where the princess suddenly turns into a beautiful young woman. She also wishes to turn beautiful just like her. She applies lots of makeup on her face and goes out to meet her friends. They make fun of her and tease her that she looks like a cartoon, which obviously hurts her feelings. She decides enough of this romantic stories and goes for horror stories like Cursed Mask. In the end, she ends up enjoying reading horror comics. Fast forward, Jo-kyung is now a grown-up teenage girl. She rushes to her school. As soon as the lecture gets over, the girls in the classroom beautify themselves. They set their hair and makeup. Jo-kyung is sitting on a desk trying to make a conversation with this quiet girl called Hye-min sitting in front of her. She also has lots of acne over her face, but she tries to avoid her. Jo-kyung is teased by a gang of bullies who call her dumpling. She looks at them and says she will go and get the dumplings that they want. After buying snacks for them from this cafeteria, she searches for a certain guy who works there, who is not only handsome but also nice to her. Suddenly she sees him. He grabs one of her earpiece and listens to the music Jo-kyung is listening. The bullies wonder what is taking her so long to get the snacks when they notice her with the cafeteria guy. During the lunchtime, Jo-kyung asks the cafeteria guy to meet her briefly the next day, which the bullies notice. Jo-kyung has a crush on the cafeteria guy, so she bakes cookies for him, arranges them in a gift box with a letter and concert tickets. The next day, she is waiting at the bus stop. She posts about her going to confess to a crush in a group, a kind of anonymous group where she usually posts stuff related to how she feels. The members congratulate her and ask her to keep them updated about the confession. In the classroom, the bully girl pushes Jo-kyung and notices the gift. Jo-kyung quickly places the gifts on the desk and runs off to get the girl some dumplings. The bullies open and check the gift's contents. Now, this bully girl is also one of the prettiest girls from the class. She meets up with the cafeteria guy and asks him whether he's dating that loser Jo-kyung. She flatters him by saying that he's so handsome but she looks like dirty water and that she will feel bad if he dates an ugly girl like her. He melts at her words and denies liking Jo-kyung and that it's just sympathy that he has for her. The scene now changes to Jo-kyung's mother's parlor, where a man enters and questions her about Lim Jae-pil's wife. Lim Jae-pil is Jo-kyung's father. The scene goes back to the school where Jo-kyung meets the cafeteria guy during the lunchtime and confesses to him about her feelings. He not only rejects her but also comments harshly on her looks. The bully gang records the whole incident. They gather around her and bully and humiliate her. Jo-kyung starts crying and asks them why they hate her so much, to which the girl says she hates her because she is ugly. The quiet girl is recording the whole incident, though it seems she is forced by the bullies to do so. Hurt, Jo-kyung leaves the place. She checks the school's social media page where her confession video is posted. She is being heavily trolled by her classmates. She goes to a corner alone, starts crying and worries about facing them the next day. She goes off to a tall building to commit suicide. She is standing at the edge when she notices a memorial ad at the opposite building wishing a celebrity, Jung Se-yeon, on his birthday. She feels bad for the celebrity being dead at such a young age and gradually decides against suicide. At the same time, our male lead, that is Lee Soo-ho, runs towards her, grabs her and they both fall down on the floor. Jo-kyung's glasses breaks because of the fall. She searches for them as she has a poor blurry vision without them. Soo-ho shouts at her and asks whether she's crazy and out of her mind, and that she should think about the others around her before thinking about committing suicide. He then leaves the place. Suho notices the elevator under maintenance board. He then takes the stairs. Ju-kyung asks him to wait for her and follows him when she trips and falls down since she cannot see clearly. He helps her up and carries her on his back. She keeps on asking him many questions like whether she's heavy, why did he come to the rooftop, whether he wanted to die too, which irritates him. He warns her if she utters one more word, he will leave her there. He finally reaches downstairs only to be informed by the guard that the lift is not broken, it was just kept so briefly for inspection. Suho calls a taxi for her. She gets in and tells him that it's not right for her to say this, but still asks him to stay strong. That the dead wouldn't want the people they left behind to suffer for so long, and so he should cheer up. Meanwhile, Ju-kyung grumbles that her mother will scold her since it hasn't been long she got the new glasses. Right then she remembers she sent an emotional voicemail to her mother saying she wanted to hear her voice for the last time, that she wants to be born as a daughter again in the next life and wants to be born pretty. She tries calling her mother thinking she will be worried. Suho wounded himself when he tried to save Ju-kyung. While resting, he notices a bracelet and keeps it aside. At her home, the mother is fighting with her husband. Ju-kyung rushes home where she finds her mother crying loud that she wants to die. Ju-kyung also starts crying, not knowing that she's not the reason behind it, but it's her father. Her siblings grab her, take her to her room. In the room, she's worried about facing the classmates the next day and wants to drop out from the school. She texts again on the group informing them that she got rejected by her crush. The members try to console her. She asks them whether they know how to do makeup, to which one of the girls sends her a link. She opens the link and checks the video. The next day, she goes to the school where the students are shocked to see her. The classmates make fun of her and click her pictures. When Ju-kyung comes home, her mother is also shocked to see her. She shouts at her, "Why are you wearing such makeup? You look like a ghost." She pleads to her mother to allow her to transfer school. Her mother replies that they have to move back to their old house because of her father. Ju-kyung is happy at the thought of transferring. At the same time, her brother comes home and gets scared looking at her face. Finally, she goes and checks herself in the mirror, only to realize that she does look like a Korean ghost. She takes a selfie and posts in the group and asks for help. She asks them how to improve her makeup and what she should do. One suggests her to fix her eyebrow first, and others send her a lot of YouTube video links on makeup tutorials. Next, she shops for lots of cosmetics and stocks them. She tries to shape her eyebrow when she accidentally messes up on her right eyebrow. She panics but then decides to fix it up with the makeup. Suho goes to comic store and asks for You Are the Devil book. The first page of the book is missing, so he asks the owner to keep it and he will come to get it next time. Ju-kyung is shifting to her old house. While relaxing on the vehicle, she is wearing a face mask which flews off and lands on Suho's face. In the next scene, the family is having breakfast and they are shocked to see Ju-kyung. On her way to the transferred school, all the students are shocked to see such a pretty girl. Ju-kyung looks gorgeous with the makeup with all the acne being hidden. She's not used to being called beautiful and goddess and she feels different. She then goes to the staff room to meet her homeroom teacher. The vice president comes in searching for the new top student who got transferred to the school. He looks at Ju-kyung and asks whether she's the one and checks her report, only to realize she's a below average student. Her homeroom teacher consoles her that there are more important things in life than grades. At the same moment, Suho comes in and the vice principal confirms that he is the top student. Ju-kyung finds him very handsome and wonders his voice seems familiar and that where has she heard him before. She doesn't realize it's the same guy who saved her on the rooftop. Then the teacher asks him to take her to the classroom since they are from the same class. He seems uninterested but Ju-kyung follows him. He suddenly stops when a girl calls him. Ju-kyung's face accidentally bumps on his back. Her foundation gets rubbed off on his coat. The girl confesses her feeling to Suho, but he ignores her and goes to the class. A classmate tells him that there's something on his coat. He checks it and angrily throws the coat on Ju-kyung, who is secretly trying to fix her makeup before anyone notices her real face. In the next scene, the teacher introduces her to the class. The class students welcome her warmly, complimenting on her looks. As soon as this lecture ends, she is surrounded by girls who exchange numbers with her. She feels happy to finally make some friends. She notices a girl looking very pretty without any makeup. The girls introduce her as the school's goddess, Kang Soo-jin. Next, Ju-kyung is trying to clean the makeup off from Suho's coat, only to realize it's a waterproof makeup. She tells him that she will get the coat dry cleaned, but he just asks her to throw it away. Ju-kyung's friends say that he has always been like that. He's a good-looking guy, but a complete sociopath. The girls go out to eat outside. Ju-kyung enjoys the time with her new-made friends, playing, singing, and taking photos. She feels thankful because she never went out with friends and had fun like this before. Suho is practicing taekwondo. The guy asks him why is he working out so hard, to which he replies that I want to get some good sleep, which I'm finding it hard to get otherwise. Ju-kyung is checking the photos which her friends sent her. She sends a new makeover photo to the group and the members congratulate her on a new look. Her brother clicks a photo of her without makeup and blackmails her of sending it to her new friends. She pleads him and he asks her to get a new volume of You're the Devil in exchange of that. She agrees and goes out to get it. She feels happy to see a new photo on Instagram, getting more than 100 likes. She goes to the comic store. She notices it's the same old store which she used to visit when she was a child. She asks the owner whether he remembers her and the owner acknowledges her. She reaches out to pick the book when another guy from behind grabs the same book. While arguing, they fall down. She is shocked to see that the guy is none other than Lee Suho and panics if he had seen her bare face. And the episode ends here with that cliffhanger. So guys, I find the story somewhat similar with Gangnam Beauty, only that the female lead there goes through plastic surgery to look pretty and feel confident. Well, I don't understand in what way is Ju-kyung not pretty. Koreans do have a high beauty standards. She's got a pretty face, feature and all, just that her skin has acne. And I feel if she had just trimmed those weird eyebrows to begin with, she would have been looked better. I really hate those relatives of her. I mean, who even calls a kid ugly? Adults can literally be immature or mean sometimes, and those bullies make my blood boil. Apart from that, Moon Ga-young is so pretty, she gives life to the character Ju-kyung, and Cha Eun-woo is enough to make me watch a series. Anyway, it had been a fun start. Let's see how the story unravels, and whether the drama sticks to the webtoon or takes a different path on episode 2. Please give a thumbs up if you liked the video. Do comment your views on the episode and let me know if you want to check out any other K-drama. Also, please give some love to your girl who's new to this blog. Do share and subscribe. Bye until next time. Stay tuned, guys.